What's this? It's a new backdrop. Why? I don't know. I'm testing things out. It doesn't mean it's permanent or not. What's up, fans? Day 7 of training camp. Let's get into it. No Isaiah Ford today. No Juwan James's tweet still from yesterday, so I don't think he's really going to practice today. No Brendel, no Derby, and actually no Gray today. So what that means is Mike Gesicki and Smythe are going to start. So now we really get to see what we have in those two tight ends. And then Frank Gore, he's not practicing today, but that's not because he's injured or anything. That's just because he's getting a vet rest day. When it comes to the drills that they were doing, McDeary and Xavier Howard were starters, and then you had Mika Fitzpatrick and McDonald as starters as safety. But that's just for the drills. It wasn't for the 11-on-11s. And then it rained. They practiced through it. It was just rain. It was a quick shower. Bang, bang, boom. They continued practicing. The big show was at practice today. So there's a bunch of other celebrities, but I thought the big show was the coolest one because I don't know why he didn't play football. Then I got a video here of, I'll do it here, of Stills working out, doing his drills and stuff. And then Ted Larson and Allen, the linebacker, are taking first team reps. Sitting, like I said yesterday, that Adam Gase wants to limit sit-ins, reps in full pads because he's a vet, and yeah. So now let's get into the good stuff, the 11-on-11s. Let's get started. So to start it off, Kenyon Drake has a huge run behind Ted Larson on the left side, because that's where he is. He's taking over for sitting. Xavier Howard beats Devontae Parker for a one-on-one 50-50 jump ball. Picks off Ryan Tannehill. Defensive tackle Taylor, nice breakup. The DTs played really well today, and they took a lot over from the offensive line. The interior of this offensive line did not do well today. Is that bad? Is that scary? It might just be a bad day. You know how training camps go. You could have like 3 consecutive days where you're like the best player on the team and then 1 bad day. So it might just be a bad day. Don't look too far into it. And remember the tweet that I said yesterday where they're always bum rushing because they're not expecting runs. And then Jakeem Grant has a drop on a wide open pass, but then he makes up for it for having a nice catch on the next pass. Scott, another drop. You can't be dropping the balls, and you need to bail out and help, not bail out, you need to help out Ryan Tannehill. If the ball hits your hands, catch the goddamn ball, please. Got a video here of Charles Harris doing tackling drills, tackling the donut. Gotchow and Phillips are starting. I just want to talk about this tweet right here between Phillips and Omar Kelly, where Omar Kelly, a lot of people don't like Omar Kelly, but he calls it like it is, and if a player's slacking or this and that, he'll just tell you, hey, step up your game. And Phillips didn't like it, so there was this Twitter exchange right here where he was like, I'm not, Phillips essentially ended it by saying, I'm not talking on Twitter anymore. You're gonna be at training camp tomorrow, come talk to me there. But I haven't heard anything about if they talked or if they fought or anything. They're not gonna fight, but I haven't heard if he confronted him yet. So no Juwan James on 11-on-11s. They kept him out. And then I think it was Sam Young who did right tackle with Juwan James with his tweaked calf, I think it was. In that Frank Gore had a vet day today, Balaj took over for him. Balaj did well, I'll tell you about that. Did he do great? No, but again, he's a rookie, so give and take on that. But Balaj on a 3-yard run gets lit up by TJ McDonald. Again, that's another welcome to the NFL rookie moment. I feel like all of them are gonna get it at some point. Speaking of welcome to the NFL moment, William Hayes blasts Mike Gesicki on a run play. I guess keep your head on a swivel, but yeah, and then Rashad Jones gets a sack on Ryan Tannehill, and guess who was supposed to be blocking him? Mike Gesicki. A lot of people are saying you gotta give credit to Matt Burke because they had Rashad Jones lined up as a defensive end in this weird defensive scheme. So Mike Gesicki didn't know what to do, but still gotta make the block because if this came down to a 3rd and long, or this came down to we're on the goal line and we need this touchdown to win, or we need to get a field goal and Mike Gesicki lets this sack happen and we get knocked out of field goal range, that can cost us a game. So that's probably why they keep blitzing at him, because if they want him to be the starter, he needs to block, because it will cost us games. And then Stephon Anthony comes in for Chase Allen. Quick rotation, I guess, just so he's used to playing with the first teamers. Devontae Parker with a nice quick release catch, run after, first down. Escobar releases out of the backfield, a nice catch for a first down. Phillips, 3rd down tackle for a loss. Phillips with a 3-yard tackle for a loss, and then Phillips again. This dude was on fire. Tackle for a loss. So maybe Omar every Saturday should pick on Jordan Phillips and get him riled up to play friggin' football. And then Vincent Taylor with a nice stop. Radcliffe in the backfield. Again, these defensive tackles were eating. The interior offensive line was playing caca, but again, bad day, good day. They were in full pads today, I forgot to mention that. Full pads today. 40-yard touchdown pass from Bryce Petty to Balaj on a wheel route. So again, we could see what Balaj can do. So that's promising. And then Joseph went 6 for 8 today. He missed 2 field goals, but he hit a 56-yarder. So we got this good competition going with our kickers. And then I got some offense versus defensive line one-on-ones. Cameron Wake destroyed Sam Young. Davis did okay against Spence. Gotchow defeated Kilgore. Gotchow defeated Ted Larson. And Quinn defeated Stirrup. Hayes goes for a sack and he gets hurt. Now this is the scary part, and this is probably what you saw in the title and were wondering what's going on. He got hurt, he tried to get up, he was limping, he went back down to all 4s, and then he limped to the sideline. The coaches took his pad, so he was done for the day, but he was limping and grabbing his right leg. Scary. Hopefully he's okay. You won't see him tomorrow. There is camp tomorrow, but you won't see him because he needs to rest that leg. But as of right now, I don't know the severity of the injury. I will tweet out an update, so that's why you always should follow my Twitter. I will tweet out an update to see how he's doing and if he's okay, but don't expect him tomorrow just from the severity of what I'm hearing the injury is. Baker breaks up a nice Kenyon Drake on a one-on-one. Baker hasn't been noticed on 11-on-11, so he's been very quiet. I'm gonna address that in a second. Fitz locks down Escobar on one-on-ones. Didn't bite on the double move. Xavier Howard got beat by Kenny Stills twice. Xavier Howard makes up for this because Xavier Howard picks off Ryan Tannehill again. This is his 2nd time picking off Ryan Tannehill. Calhoun strips Balaj, scoop and score for 60 yards. Xavier Howard picks off Ryan Tannehill again for the 3rd time this camp. No, not even this camp, 5 times this camp, 3rd time today. Phillips makes Tannehill scramble out of the pocket, flip it with a nice pass D in the end zone with the 2nd teamers, and then to finish it all off, Baker would have killed Brock Osweiler, like broken ribs, killed him if he didn't get the pass off. So before we go into, I think I have Darren Rizzi and one quote from Burke. If a lot of you guys are asking me like, I'm not hearing from McMillan, I'm not hearing from Baker, I'm not hearing from this guy or that guy, how are they doing? If you're not hearing from them, it could be good. For an offensive lineman, if you're not hearing from them, that's good. It means they're not making big mistakes. Obviously you don't hear that they blew open a hole like Larson did for Drake today. But with the offensive line, if you don't hear from them, that's a good thing. With the defense, if you don't hear from them, if it's linebacker, it's because we don't know what we have until preseason, because they can't tackle to the ground and they can't make certain tackling and football moves without hurting somebody or potentially hurting somebody. Let's see how next Thursday goes, and then we will know what we have and who we have. So Burke says he is pleasantly surprised by TJ McDonald, and in this camp. I don't know what he means by that. He had him on the team last year, so he knows what we have. It was in off season last year, so we know what we have. I don't know what he means by that. Darren Rizzi says that he likes where they are on the team in general and on special teams, and he likes that we have 4 preseason games and a ton of camp left to see exactly where we're at. He says, I'm not living and dying by the kicks that are made or missed. He's just looking at competition and just gonna pick the best kicker we have. And he says he trusts Grant when it comes to returning kicks and punts, because he sees how hard he's working at. He sees how hard he's working at catching the ball and doing the right thing, so he trusts him. He has no worry with him at all. So that was day 7 of the training camp for the Miami Dolphins. Now I'm going to get to your comment or question of the day, and this one comes from 1017 Man. I don't know what that name means, but that's your name, and you're sticking to it. He says, if the season starts tomorrow, who would you say starts on the other side of Xavier Howard? If the season started tomorrow, I'd probably pick Tankersley. McTeer is doing really well, but McTeer is still too green for me to start opposite Xavier Howard, whereas Tankersley started last season. Lippett is still rusty from his injury, and he's getting burnt a lot and he's getting exposed a lot. So I wouldn't start Lippett, but I would start Tankersley just because he's comfortable with the defense. He's played last year and he is not coming off an injury. But other than that, there's still like 7 or 8 training camps left. There's still 4 preseason games, like Darren Rizzi said, and this team has a great depth at corner. So it's very exciting, but for me personally, Tankersley. Comment below, let me know who you would have started outside of Xavier Howard. Also, comment below, ask me any questions. I get a ton of questions from you guys. If I can't answer it here, I normally answer it, I type it to you. Let me know what you think of camp today. Let me know what you think about William Hayes. If you find out before I do if his injury is serious or not, comment below or tweet it at me and I will share it with all of the guys. So a lot of you guys have been asking me if I'm going to live stream the preseason game next Thursday. I'm getting like a mixed bag of people saying do it, don't do it, do it. It's preseason, I don't give a crap, blah, blah, blah. This weekend, I'm making a fantasy football announcement when it comes to when the day is, what I'm doing, this, and that. So, how about this? This weekend, I will make an announcement if I'm streaming or not. And if I stream, I'll give you, obviously I'm gonna stream for the game, so it starts at 7:15, I think-ish. So I'll start streaming like maybe like 15-20 minutes beforehand, so I could just have you guys come in. You guys can come in whenever you want, and we'll go from there. But I'll let you guys know this weekend when I make my fantasy football announcement, if I'm streaming the game or not. But hey, comment below if you want me to stream it. Get this video to 115 likes to let me know you guys want me to stream it. Like the video if you like what's going on with training camp. Some good things, some bad things. But again, we don't know anything until they start playing preseason football and start making contact with other people besides their own teammates, because they know the plays and they know what's coming. Hit that subscribe button because I have a lot of things planned, like this new backdrop. I don't know if this is permanent or not, but yeah, hit that subscribe button. We got a ton of things planned. Follow me on Twitter. I always put it right here. It's where a lot of my stuff comes out. Follow my second channel, The Bit Boys. We're gonna be playing Madden next week. I think Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm putting out a Madden video. We're gonna open packs, we're gonna do mud. I'm gonna have my 2 friends who have never played Madden before face each other. Maybe I'll do a series of them facing each other with different teams. It's gonna be cool, so subscribe to The Bit Boys. But other than that, I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 8 of training camp, and fins up. What's up, fans? Day 6 of training camp. So it was a short one, not a lot of news or notes. There actually was a big news that kind of scared the shit out of me while I was reading it. You probably could tell from the title, but I will get into it. Trust me on that. Just a few notes. Omar Kelly tweeted